So why bushcraft, Lisa? Why did you want to come to a forest in the middle of nowhere?
Well, yeah, it's the kind of thing I really enjoy, I guess. I've got a bit of a itch for adventure in me, and I don't do much of it. I must say I'm a bit of a timid adventurer, maybe. But it is there. It is there.
So what made you want to get into acting, Lisa?
Well, I think it was my headmaster, actually.
Mm-hmm.
The very first thing I did, I was put in the school play as the angel Gabriel, and I managed to enter through the wrong entrance where somebody had pinned the curtain together at the bottom.
They pinned the curtain together?
They pinned the curtain together at the bottom. So I arrived on stage as the angel Gabriel, flat on my face. That's the wrong way round. This is going to be fun.
So what, did you crawl on stage? How did you...
Well, I just lay there. I think I was like, I'm never going to do this again. And then when I was 11, a few years later, the headmaster put me in the school play called The Oat Cake, and he gave me the lead. And I had to sing as well.
Did you audition for that role? Did he just chuck you in?
I think he just chucked me in. I think he just chucked me in. He kind of felt it would be good for me. I was extremely shy. Oops. So I've got to keep this level with the ground. I was extremely shy, and I was so shy at one point. I stand with my head to the wall in the playground. I was that shy, and yet he put me in the school play. I guess he thought it would be good for me, which obviously it has been. I'm not doing this very well, am I? It's not terribly surprising, really, when I'm trying to remember bits and pieces about the long distant past and light fire at the same time.
It is like what you said, it's like patting your head and rubbing your
It is, absolutely the same, which is quite good, really, because it doesn't give you a chance to get too self-conscious.
So before we get on to Neighbours, like, what was the build-up? What was the prelude to Neighbours? What was kind of happening in the run-up to you being Beverly?
I had a 1-year-old baby. I had 2 children by that time. I had a 5-year-old, and a 1-year-old. And I decided that I wanted to go back to acting by the time the youngest was a year old. And I actually...
So you've taken a bit of a break up to now?
I had taken a break for that year. And I got the role. I started 2 weeks before her first birthday. This isn't going well.
We'll cut this bit, we'll make it look like you started fire. You took a year off of acting. You decided to get back into it. So how did the Neighbours thing come about? Was it like an ad in a paper?
Oh, no. I have an agent. Everything is... you can't get auditions for film and television without an agent. And you can't light a fire without keep going on blowing.
And the audition for Neighbours, was it quite high pressured?
I remember being terrified.
And what got you through it?
Determination, I think.
Are they like what you got now?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I want to get it going, really. I haven't got the twigs organised.
How did Neighbours impact your life? I mean, what changed? It must have been such a huge shift.
It was a huge shift. For the first 6 weeks, when I wasn't on air, it was just a question of getting up, going to the studios every morning, often very early at 7 o'clock. So I had to arrange to have a nanny for the children, and that was a big change. It was. Yeah. It was hard, but it was also exciting. I was ready to get back. Come on. I was ready to get back out to work. You had to do some
I'll help play.
Remember the power of editing.
Yes, absolutely. So now you know properly how to make a fire and stoke one up. Do you feel powerful right now?
I feel very pleased.
Pleased.
I don't know about powerful, but I
Okay.
feel excited. I feel like all I need now is a night to be coming in and
a pig.
and yes, or
Yes.
even a pigeon. Apparently, is there a
Pigeon.
pigeon?
We'll get that in a bit.
Is it a pigeon? No, it's not a pigeon. It's a what was it? It is a pigeon. It is a pigeon.
It is a pigeon. We're getting a nod from Adam. So you came Beverly in Neighbours in
Yeah.
'87.
Yeah.
I mean, what impacted your life from Neighbours? I mean, what was the big change that?
Well, as I was after about it took 6 weeks from the day I started to when it came on air, and suddenly I couldn't walk down the street without people stopping, going, staring at me.
Yeah.
I couldn't walk into a shop and just buy things without
More twigs.
more twigs, without somebody saying, "Oh, what are you doing here?"
Yeah.
And it's like if you had a job on television, you kind of weren't expected to have an ordinary life.
You became an instant celebrity, I think.
It was an instant celebrity. But one thing I discovered was that if I took my kids out with me, and I had one child in the pushchair, I was invisible, which says a lot about being a mother, which is a bit scary. And I found I couldn't go shopping after 3:30 when the children were out of school. And I tried once, and I had to wear dark glasses. And have you ever tried going shopping for clothes wearing dark glasses?
No, I hate shopping. So I'm in and out.
You can't see the colours.
No. So how do you get what you want?
You go shopping before 3:30 and not during summer holidays.
Yeah.
Not or any holidays.
Can't you just trust your husband, make him go out for you?
No.
Bad idea.
Very bad idea.
So you're in Neighbours for the best part of 2 years.
Yes, it was a year and a half, and I resigned because I was exhausted. By that time I had a mid-twos teething 2-year-old.
Were you missing your kids?
I was missing them. I was also missing them. I was
Neighbours
missing
must
them.
be one of those shows where you're just kind of always in the studio. You're always on location shooting.
Yeah, I was working between 3 to 5 days a week, but those days could be 12-hour days. And I was missing them a lot. And by the time I made the decision to stop, I felt that the youngest was becoming more of the nanny's child than mine. And I really wanted to be with them. And also, I knew I was getting exhausted. And if I went on, I wasn't going to be doing a good job. So I thought it was better to quit while I was ahead.
So what was the chat like with the producer when you decided enough's enough? I want to be there for my kids now.
Well,
You sat the producer down and said, "Look, I'm done."
well,
Thanks, I'm done."
he sat me down because he wanted to persuade me to carry on. And I was surprised how determined I was, really. And then see where we are.
And how did they try and tempt you? Did they offer you more money? More
No,
perks?
he didn't.
No?
He didn't.
He just tried to convince you.
He just tried to convince me.
Please stay.
Please stay.
How much? No, just please. That's the whole rubbish.
Absolutely. You know what? That hadn't even occurred to me until now.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. He didn't even offer me any more money. He just pleaded a lot.
Yeah. Just beg.
And yeah,
The art of begging.
yes.
Do you ever look back at your career and wonder where you might be if you stuck with Neighbours?
Not really. No. I think I could have got very stuck. I mean, who knows really? Who knows? It wasn't easy coming out of it, because for a couple of years after you've been in a role like that, you're so identified with the character that nobody really wants to know.
So you're pigeonholed in a certain...
You're just too recognisable. You're just too recognisable as that character. Yeah, you're pigeonholed as Beverly Marshall, as opposed to an actor who can do, a big range of things. And I came back to England at the end of 2003, and I've been doing a lot of comedy and in theatres since then. So I realised that when you look at my show reel, I look like such a serious person, but actually I'm not at all. And I love doing comedy. I love creating ridiculous characters. And I love doing ridiculous things like trying to start fires.
Use this for you, real, if you want. Yeah, we were having a chat in the car, and we were talking about a theatre production that involved a box of vibrators.
No, not theatre, no, film.
Oh, was it a film? It was a film.
Yeah.
It was a film.
Yeah.
Now, I've never seen a film with a box of... Well, there's been a couple of films, but
They were...
a proper film with proper actresses. I've never seen one like that with a box of vibrators.
I had a small comedy role. It was a comedy called Rabbit Fever. And I was next to this enormous Perspex box about that wide, full of vibrators. And the idea was that I was an Australian customs lady, and I had been charged with checking out the luggage of people coming through and removing vibrators, and just about every woman had one.
Everyone had one?
That was kind of...
And why weren't vibrators allowed through?
Well, the story was that they'd been banned in Australia.
Harsh. I'd be pretty miffed if I was a woman and I had my vibrator taken away at customs. I'd be pretty upset.
Yes, it wasn't true.
Jermaine Greer was in this, wasn't she?
Well, she was, and she didn't expect to be in a comedy. I don't think. I think she expected that she was having a legitimate interview about her views on feminism.
Yeah.
And she was very upset when she realised the whole thing in context, that it really wasn't what she thought it was at all. I mean, there were a lot of gags, but it's not what she would have chosen to be in.
No, not at all. A bit of food. Now you need somewhere to kip.
Yep.
I'm not taking you home.
Well, it looked so easy when Adam did it.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah.
So aside from acting, Lisa, you also teach acting, right?
Yes, I've actually started. In Australia, I used to teach with the WEA, which is the Workers' Education Association. I taught teenagers at the Sydney Theatre Company, at the Australian Youth Theatre. And I've recently started learning how to teach voice, or teaching voice, with a company called Funny Women Limited. So I did a workshop for them.
Let me help you. I'm just watching you struggle. I'm going to help you for a change.
Please. Yeah, in what they call an accidental conference. They focus on getting women to do stand-up comedy. So we did that in London at the end of February, and that went well. Stand-up? No, I haven't. I'm not a stand-up comedy person for sure, but I can help people get their voice so that they can, use their voice and do the stand-up comedy. So they create the material. You
mean in terms of projection?
Projection, yeah. And feeling comfortable, warming up your voice and looking after your voice.
So what kind of tips do you give me, Lisa?
Breathing is really learning how to breathe properly, to relax and breathe, and to warm up the voice so that...
never warm up. I never do a vocal warm up.
Well, you probably don't need it. I mean, it depends. If you're going to be working in a big space or working over a long time, although, I mean, it does make the voice sound more relaxed and warmer and a better tone if you can warm it up.
Yeah.
At the moment, my voice is sounding quite gruff because I haven't been well for a couple of weeks, but it's getting there.
So, take us through an exercise. How?
Well, for you, if you got to the point where you'd relaxed your body, you'd done a bit of a physical warm-up, you'd focused on your breathing and you were connecting your voice to sound, and then the next place would be to warm up your voice, and you can do that very simply by humming slightly above your natural pitch and then playing around with it. You might start playing with a tune. You might start what they call sirening, going
How do I do that? No, that's more of a cat. Like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. In the ballpark.
Okay. It's in the kind of the area. Yeah, articulation exercises, basically things that would take about 20 to 30 minutes to give a good warm up for a performance would be good.
Aha.
And also I look at what goes on in your head, so building a sense of confidence when you walk out onto a stage.
Okay.
And imagining that the audience are within a bubble which you've created within your own imagination, and you're within that bubble of energy with them,
Yeah.
and that you're creating a feeling of safety for yourself.
So how do you do that? What are the...
Well, I do it by visualizing a bubble of sort of warmth and confidence and energy around me, and then imagine that growing out over the space in front of me.
I thought you was going to say, I imagine the audience is naked. I thought you were going to...
No.
No.
No. And that as much as I'm giving to them, they're giving energy back to me.
Yeah.
So that's another of the things that I do. I also look at connecting up with the words and exploring the words of a text. So in this workshop, we're using some poetry and connecting imaginatively with the words that are used in the poems and the images, and getting people who aren't used to doing that, because I'm working with people who are non-actors. Mm-hmm. So
connecting with the
connecting
imagery.
imaginatively with the words.
Okay.
So it might be the word cold.
Yeah.
Sounding out the consonants, that cold, and then the word cold. And if you really play around with that for a few minutes, what kind of images come up and feelings come up? And I can imagine there's going to be a perfect place to feel cold right where we are now. Now this should be at the bottom, shouldn't it?
Do you ever come across people who you just can't train for one reason or another? Maybe they're just really resistant, or they just think they know the best way to do it?
For sure. I mean, I thought about, when I was in Australia, I thought about doing some acting workshops for people who were in amateur theatre, and this particular group of people were really resistant to that, which is a shame, because I mean, I wasn't trying to say they couldn't act.
Yeah.
All actors tend to benefit from doing some ongoing classes of different kinds. So.
And why do you reckon they were so resistant?
I think they felt that they may have just felt very defensive, and I mean, if people don't feel there is a need for something, or they're not aware of any problem, well, then why would you do any classes?
Yeah.
So you have to be aware of needing to get somewhere before you set out.
Yeah, why turn up to a class in the first place if that's how you're gonna...
Well, that's right. Yeah, for sure. Well, that's it. They don't. They didn't. So I didn't run that class.
Yeah. What kind of tongue twisters can you lay on us?
She stood upon the balcony. She stood upon the balcony, inimitably beckoning him in. She stood upon the balcony, mimicking him hiccuping, and inimitably beckoning him in.
Whoa, go on then. She stood upon the balcony,
mimicking him hiccuping, and inimitably beckoning him in.
And inimitably beckoning him in. Okay, I got one for you. Ready?
Yeah.
One smart fella, he felt smart. Two smart fellas, they felt smart. Three smart fellas, they felt smart. They all felt smart together.
Boom.
Try that. One smart fella,
One smart fella, he felt smart. Oh,
10! Every time!
You managed it. Well done.
Whoa.
Oh, I fell into that one.
Well, so how was your first day of bushcraft, Lisa?
More exhausting than I thought it would be, actually. And Adam was saying that if we wanted to actually sleep in this and for it to be windproof and rainproof, it would have to be about that deep in thatching, which is amazing. That would take hours.
Do you want to give it a go? See how it is?
Yeah, sure. Oh.
Get yourself comfy.
Oh, great to just lie down and relax.
Do you want tea or coffee or anything?
I'd love a tea, actually.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Milk, 2 sugars?
No, just no sugar, just
No sugar.
milk.
All right.
Thank you.
Give me 2 minutes.
Yeah, great. Ah. Actually, Kevin, could I have some sugar in there after all? Kevin? He's gone. Kevin! Oh, God. How am I going to get out of this place?